In this instructional video from Guentner, you will learn how to upgrade the GMMEC to GMMnext through retrofit. Here to start, we see the technician taking a photo of the old GMMEC before starting changeout. Next, he removes the digital inputs on the GMMEC. As shown, he's removing each one by one, taking note of which one goes to which. He then aligns those same digital inputs to the digital inputs on the GMMnext, where he then wires to the associated input. As you can see, he removed the terminal block from the GMMnext for ease of use during changeout. Next, the technician confirms his wiring is correct from GMMEC to GMMnext. The technician then moves on to the analog inputs on the GMMEC, taking note of each of their locations. Technician lines up the analog inputs on the GMMnext and removes the plug for installation of the analog inputs from the old GMMEC. Here you can see all of the connections. As a next step, the technician removes the wire ties holding the communication cable in place, as there needs to be some modification to the existing communication cable. This cable will supply power to the GMMnext display. Here he removes the CAN communication cable for modification, clips off the connector, and removes the middle two wires, yellow and green in this case, which will not be used to supply power to the GMMnext. Then strips the end of the wires for connection and termination at the GMMnext, power and ground. Here the technician removes the old GMMEC and installs the new GMMnext using the tab on the bottom for each. Once secure, moves on to install the previously stripped power cables, aligning associated plus 24 volt wire to plus 24 volt terminal and ground wire to ground terminal. In this case, plus 24 volts is white and ground is brown. Last step in power connection, the technician installs a potential earth grounding cable, which will be terminated onto the black plate of the control panel. He routes it to the most convenient PE ground terminal. The next step will involve removing the previous fan communication cables. In this situation, there is only one. Should be noted that the technician should label each wire for reconnection. Fan 1, fan 2. Next, he's clipping the wire ties to free up the power cables. The technician then removes the previously mounted shield plate for the fan communication cables. This will now be used for the GMMnext Gmod Modbus communication module, which is used to communicate to each fan on the GMMnext. Here, the technician is using 2 of the screws from that previous shield bar to install a supplied DIN rail cut to length, which will be used to mount the Gmod module. Since this fan is only a 1-fan unit, there will only be 1 Gmod module necessary. With the DIN rail in place, the technician can now install the new Gmod module. He uses the Gmod module to mark where the shield bar should be installed. The shield bar will be used to shield each individual fan communication cable. He's marked the location and using self-tapping screws, drilling a pilot hole. With the pilot hole in place, the technician installs the shield bar. The shield bar will be positioned approximately 1 inch below the previous GMMEC mounting. With the shield bar in place, the technician installs the Gmod module as well as the communication cable, which will be routed to the GMMnext display. Once in place, you can connect the CAN communication to the GMMnext. With the Gmod module in place, the technician is able to wire back the fan communication. This would have previously been marked to let you know which cable is associated with fan 1, 2, 3, 4, depending on how many fans you may have. In this situation, there is only 1 fan, so it was not necessary to mark the cable. Technician must take proper attention that this was installed correctly, as this determines if the fan will work. Next, he installs the cable into the shield. Then, he plugs in the previously wired digital input blocks and analog input blocks. With everything in place, the technician then reinstalls the routing trays. And that is how you install GMMEC to GMMnext.